There is this mentality that you should only be with someone who is trainable. I wouldn't necessarily say that they need to be trainable. Like, I don't like those words, but I would say they need to be open to considering your needs, open to considering your desires and what that would look like for your relationship.
Sounds
Open,
good.
open.
It sounds
No.
good.
But here's the thing: we leave too much room. Open means considering. It does not mean implementing. So if I'm open, I'm just considering, but I'm not implementing.
But I really with it.
Yeah, trainable means I am doing. Like I am trained. Like, okay, hey, listen. But here's the thing: realistically, let me ask you a question. If I was to come to a session of yours and you were to give me advice,
Mhm.
I more likely than not will have success if I implemented your advice,
Mhm.
which means I need to be trainable and receptive on who's giving me certain, I guess, advice and or guidance.
Yes, you need to be receptive to it.
Trainable.
No. I just think that the word trainable
Word
probably has
is
a,
just
a
like, yeah,
negative
it's not good
connotation.
for me.
It's not an ugly word
Not
because
good.
But guys, there are. Let's just agree that there
I
are
would
better
prefer
words.
conditioning, right?
Yes.
So, talking about,
Conditioning is not trainable?
reinforcements,
Yes.
punishments, things like that, that is conditioning, right? And so
that's worse than
allowing
training.
No, adaptable, flexible,
flexible,
dynamic,
conditioning,
Flexible is not true.
receptive.
No.
I like those words because they have an element of humanness to it. I feel like when people say you're
Exactly.
training someone, you're seeing them as an animal.
What do you call somebody who works out or works people out? A
fitness
physical
instructor.
trainer.
Fitness
Okay.
instructor.
A physical trainer. I never see physical instructor in bios. Okay. I see physical trainers. Like, we have to understand that our feelings on certain words, we got to strip them. Right. I understand we don't like the word
Make
trainable,
sure we get this on camera.
but we don't like the word trainable or training of because it does seem inhumane to some. But it's the reality. If you're not trainable, if you're not coachable, right, you cannot pick up certain habits that will actually be the blueprint for your success.
So you said coachable. I agree with coachable.
But
You can be
coachable is
coachable.
trainable. You know, when I didn't listen to my coach, what he was saying, like, it's the same thing. You need to be in this spot.
But she's
Discipline.
just saying, like, as a clinician, like, that's just not a good word.
Yeah, I think we're getting caught up
Particularly a man says, "Oh, you need to
Particularly a man, huh?
particularly a man."
I don't like those words.
In my clinical experience, when I'm telling a man he needs to be trainable, he's going to get defensive automatically. And so words matter. So you have to use words that are going to allow the person to hear it a little bit better so that they can act on it.
Yeah.
Training.
Orientation.
This is facts.
Training.
It is called orientation.
And they call it orientations now. A lot of people don't
Yes,
call it
is called
trainings anymore.
orientation.
But it's the same thing. Tomato, right? Like, training, orientation, coachable, trainable.
But you have to listen to what she's saying. She's saying if you're in a impasse with your partner, right, and you say, "Man, I just need you to be trainable." No, if
you wouldn't.
Well, I wouldn't
A
say
lot
with
of
that.
people who would get
no,
defensive.
see, and
about
that's
that.
what I'm
I
saying.
wouldn't say with that. I'd be like, hey, listen, babe, I need you to be more trainable. I'm gonna be more trainable. You're gonna be more trainable. We're gonna train each other
No.
with another girl.
Like I just don't see a man or a woman.
You saw that? You saw what I did there?
I just don't see a man or a woman being receptive to that word because I can see a woman being like, "Who the f- talking to?"
Offensive.
and a man being like, "Am I a dog? Like, why are you even like using that language
Heard it
with
both
me?"
ways.
I mean,
Both ways.
again, and this is why, like, I think that my age is the perfect premier age because I get both sides of the fence. If you were I played sports, so I can only think of it from a sport aspect, which is why I don't take it as so much
You're not offended.
emotion.
I play sports too,
Okay,
and
so-
I still don't take I don't like the word.
But you probably heard it before, right? When I heard it when I was a freshman, sophomore in college, it didn't bother me. He's like, yo, are you coachable?
Rico, because that is in sport. We're talking about in relationships.
If you use that word in a relationship, it has a different connotation.
Right.
But it shouldn't, because it's the same word with the same
Right,
principality.
and I should have
Why
40
get
acres
caught
and a
up?
mule.
Well, why get caught up?
No. My thing is, I don't even want to get caught up. I'm
Right.
just
Yeah, so yeah,
what
let's
I'm just saying is we have
there's
to
a different
we
way you
just
can
have to
communicate it.
understand.
But look at the reverse, Rico. The funny thing about the reverse is if you say this to someone, let's say one of Aaron's girlfriend called, what happened? That dude wasn't trainable. He was untrainable. You understand that?
that's too
Untrainable is more understanding, right?
Nobody
you're
even
not
says this in
guys,
the
where she
No
the,
one
the point that
Actually,
the point that she's
guys
making
might
is
have said
it's
that.
using that with the actual person with whom you have the problem.
Right.
That's the problem. Like, you can't be like, yo, you ain't trainable. Like, I'm like, all right, I ain't face, like, but you can't use those words because you want them to be receptive to what you are saying, and you don't use words with combative or negative connotations
Right.
in order to have someone buy in to whatever it is you're selling. Like, it's just like, why would you create a barrier to what it is you're trying to accomplish?
I think we should normalize this. I think the first thing you should do, men and women, when you're gonna get into a relationship, you ask, are you trainable?
Oh.
Are you trainable? If you are not, especially if you're in your later on years in life, because when you're 22, you're way more flexible because you're still finding yourself and you're finding your groove. If you are 35 and older and you're cemented in your ways, primarily, like, not primarily, but majority of your ways, you need to be like, are you trainable? I need you to be able to adapt and mold into the things that I like. These are my list of things that I like.
Yeah.
What are your lists? And if I'm not trainable
Cut.
or willing to be trained by your list, then we should not even waste the time.
Who
You
does
see how
that?
you
Who does
interchanged
that?
adaptable,
Yep. There
coachable,
you go.
flexible,
There you
all of
go.
those words in that
I
full
added
statement,
them.
right?
I added them so
that
you
makes
under-
it easier. You don't even need to
Yeah.
take.
Y'all
You
heard
could
what he
take the
said, though.
training
But if you
out.
because no, the thing is this.
Rico just
it's
want
so
to battle.
funny. It's so funny
He's so
because
belligerent.
no, it's funny because Amanda is like iffy with directness. She pick and choose when she wants the direct part, right?
Why?
So
But that's
but hold on, wait, because what I'm
Mhm.
trying to say is, if I was to say one word, but I gave you another 3 words so you understand how to receive the word without all of the definition, the context of the other words, because adaptable is super subjective, right? Adaptable could be like, yeah, I can adapt to some things, but there's some things that you can't adapt to, right? But if I say trainable, you already understand in full the good and the bad. Adaptable, I'm kind of dismissing anything that could be potentially be bad that I'm not really here for. And I think that's what we've got accustomed to, is only presenting the good or presenting the bad in such a good way so that we're not even prepared for the bad part when it does come. And it will come. So I need to tell you, hey, listen, well, I'm not in that position right now, but are you trainable? It sounds like something that we should really take into consideration.